Vi can't do a thing. You cannot trade back. The passive, in conjunction with just the additional AD that he gets from his Q early levels, really, really strong. Ooh, a Kali answer into the Gnar. Pretty creative counter pick there. We can talk more about that when we get into game. But the thing about Nocturne is the thing is, I think it's quite good early.
I wouldn't mind this. Rooster, in terms of laning, already ahead of Broken Blade, dashes away with a Shuriken Flick, gets hit by the wallop, goes back in, Ignite down, but Broken Blade flashes out of range, and with the Fear Tether going off, Skumon should be able to get a pretty easy kill on Rooster, to put Rooster behind, because he has so consistently been... Oh, good stun with the flash rush. Bukata misses the Vault Breaker flash! Okay, that's about all you're going to be able to do in the mid lane. But yeah, for Rooster, although, you know, his KDA is low and shifters have been losing, actually one of the best laning...
No, it certainly hasn't. Like, there's always context behind every stat, of course, but they do reinforce this idea and this sentiment that Broken Blade has been struggling. Now, Hansan could be struggling.
Focus Resolve going down. It's just going to get the root. Doesn't have the mana for anything, and without barrier, because he's running TP, just gets taken down in the 2v1.
360, level 6.
So first, it wasn't a 360.
No,
he didn't do a spin, and he was looking at it.
Ulting.
Going in with the Paranoia. The Fear going to come out as well. Flash out from Nuke as he looks to get away. Put into the egg now. Bukata's going to leave him. Those eggs are pretty rotten, as G2 will find a kill. Caps takes it. Meanwhile, Lebrov looking for Trimby and Product down towards this bottom side. Exhaust down onto Hans Summer. Essence Flux into the auto attacks. Arcane Shift away. Bubble doesn't quite connect. Product shielded up by the Inspire out of Trimby, but Skumon's on his way across. No flash for him. No flash for Product either. Duskbringer. Oh, just short of clipping onto the Ezreal, but now Trimby needs to be a bit cautious because he's feared underneath his tower. Does still have the flash. No heal to help him out here. The Mandred focus resolve as Lebrov tanks a tower shot, flashes away very late, and underneath the tower, Skumon just dies. Bukata's on his way across. No flash, no Vault Breaker. Lebrov looking for the mood speed from the ebb and flow. We'll get it with the Tidecaller's Blessing too. Vault Breaker out again as they look for Lebrov under the tower. They'll take him. Bukata trades his life for it though, as Hans Summer picks up a freebie. Trimby's still on the chase. The control ward down means that Hans Summer will know he can't back here. Can't park there, mate. Instead, parks a little bit further away.
That some shenanigans are happening.
Realmort behind him as 4 members of G2 begin to collapse on Product kill. Arcane Shift out of the Fear, nicely done, but he's delaying the inevitable you have to feel. Paranoia out from Skumon just to make sure they secure the kill. G2 get their 4th. Skumon gets his 2nd, and with it a 700 gold lead. Trimby looking to see if Caps oversteps. Yeah. Inner Flame coming out. Flash Frost as well for the stun. There's the wall. Does Caps have a way to sneak by it? The answer is a resounding no, as Caps falls to the Glacial Storm and Nuke gets on the board. Skumon the next target. It feels like after one person dies, everyone else just follows like lemmings off the cliff. Bukata flashed forward for an attack. What is going on, Benny? Trimby will walk out through the tower range to get himself to safety, and Shifters will back away, but gonna go across, get this Scryer's Bloom, get a little bit of vision.
Dragon hasn't been taken yet. Oh, Broken Blade getting
Broken Blade, Shuriken, Twilight Shroud. Perfect execution coming out alongside the Ignite. Broken Blade's gonna go Mega.
A lot of Aegis completions just because there is that small window where you get that spike, but I'll have to shut up as the jungler is looking for a gank on a Broken Blade.
Got it in, cease and desist there for the follow-up. Perfect execution coming out from Rooster. BB goes Mega. The wallop goes wide though, and without that CC, there's no escape for the Gnar. Broken Blade dies, and while it's happening, G2 will take the first dragon of the game. He has been up here quite a lot of the time, and it doesn't surprise me, because getting Rooster ahead on the Akali makes a lot of sense. Vault Breaker onto Broken Blade just as he goes mini, Betty. Cease and desist there for the follow-up, and the jump isn't going to get him out of Ignite as he ticks down. Rift Herald, he also wants to get Prio in the top lane to allow his jungler to do the Rift Herald, allow him to move down without losing Camps, right? So I agree with you, but also there's always that balance that has to be struck as Camps looks for a Realm Warp behind Nuke, who flashes away. Shroud of Darkness came out from Skumon, but he's on the wrong side of the wall. Nuke's walls have actually been really solid this game as Bukata comes in to help secure the kill. Caps looking for the damage. Tidal Wave out from Lebrov. This feels greedy. Broken Blade's down here as well. As perhaps they were thinking they could catch out Nuke in time with an Aqua Prism into some Spell Flux, but Skumon just starting it up, and I think Shifters have said, okay, you can take the 2nd Drake of the game, we'll give you that liberty. Instead, we'll try and take the mid lane towers. Broken Blade once again on the wrong side of the wall. Nuke locking people in cages on this Anivia as the Reptile charges in, and Shifters get their 2nd turret of the game, and with it, 1,000 gold lead, Betty.
Great patience from Shifters there, because they recognize they are very late to that objective.
it's not their laning phase that they have struggled with too much. It is the mid-game decision-making, as we see Trimby getting caught out by Hans Summer and Lebrov, and Trimby's decision to be there was not ideal.
Yeah, it was a bit of a silly mistake. Like, half your team is resetting. You have no prio really anywhere. I mean, I guess you did have the push in the top side, but you end up getting caught out, and G2 picked themselves up a kill. And this was something that we heard yesterday. Ooh, hang on a second. It looks like Ricardo's looking for another gang.
The season assist is available. Rooster looking for the chase. Gunblade for the slow. They dive onto Broken Blade once again, and Broken Blade dies once again. Not much you can do about that, unfortunately, for BB, as he has died for the third time this game. Nuke with the wall there. Broken Blade has the extra health shield from the TP. Tidal Wave coming out as well. We'll clip Trimby and Nuke as Trimby flashes away. Rooster looking for a flank down towards the bottom side Tri-Bush here as Shifters try and step up. Need to kind of contest this Drake, really. They've started to do it, but they give it up. It is sole point for G2, and that Dragon's going down very quickly. Caps caught out, though. Season Desist there for the follow-up. Caps there, shield not going to be enough to save him. The stopwatch coming out from Rooster as he is speared up by Skewmon, but he manages to dash out with a perfect execution. Skewmon goes down, Puduck beginning to pop off on this Ezreal as G2 are forced away, and the smite comes out from Shifters. Next up a Baron, the pings are on it, Betty.
She's going to have to do the same thing here to stop G2 from approaching.
Hans trying to step up with 3 items. Again, a Glacial Storm into the wall. Valkyrie has to be used by Hans Summer, and he backs away after it. Lebrov's still looking for something here. There's a Realm Warp available for Caps, but they're not going to be able to get a range in time. It's so versatile.
Oh, well, speaking of versatile, Ricardo coming in from over the wall.
Cease and desist onto Hans Summer. The rest of the team not really there as Caps begins to open up. The dive onto the backline from Skewmon's going to take out Trimby, and now Ricardo is put into the Guardian Angel. True Shot barrage out. Nuke flashing away from Broken Blade. Rooster now going to join the fray. Immediately stunned. There's the Aqua Prism. If only he had a rocket bout, he could have dodged it. Realm Warp in for the chasers. Shifters overstep in the mid lane, and G2 punish them. G2 will find 3 off the play, and just like that, the fortunes turn in their favor. It was odd. And I mean, Striker's reaction says it all. Yeah, because it was good.
Well, I see. Oh, Skewmon.
Ricardo looking for the season desist onto Hans Summer. Paranoia means that he's out of range, and with a Tidal Wave there for the follow-up, the damage is not going to be enough. Skewmon traded back as Rooster dives the backline, but now he's on the wrong side of 4 members of G2. A stopwatch. And he wishes he could stop, rewind, and take that play back as he goes down. 2 kills over to G2. Shifters do have good defense. Glacial Storm will hold the line for now. Baron up in 7 seconds, though. Broken Blade dives over the Crystallize into another Glacial Storm. Paddock trying to hit the Arcane Shift, the Mystic shots, in fact, but can't land them.
You're in such a good spot. I feel like you have such a good comp. It's so difficult for G2 to find these engages, and you just make it easy for them as Nuke might now be targeted.
In. The rest of Shifters are here. The jump across the wall with the Blast Cone. Broken Blade going to get caught out by Rooster, who needs to get out of dodge, but Skewmon now is the one behind enemy lines, and with the chase coming out from Shifters, this is the enemy jungler. They'll catch him in the GA. Caps is still pushing mid, does have the Realm Warp, but they're not going to join their good friend Skew, who's skewered by Rooster.
The question is, can they 2-man it? It looks like they're thinking about it. I see the Nocturne, I see the Rise on the minimap.
Right, it's a 4-item Rise, right? It's Caps' Rise as well.
They're doing this.
That's going down pretty sharpish. Control Ward down there as well as Hans Summer caught out a little bit. Nuke Hex, rocket belting forward. I made a new item there for a second. Paranoia out, and yeah, you can't collapse anymore. As Shifters, a good Baron take by G2.
That's true.
Nora rises, Nora with Broken Blades. As Skewmon, Shrouded Darkness, Realm Warp coming out. Paranoia being used as well with the TP coming in. G2 read this like a book, but not one of those complicated ones. It was like a kindergarten book. Skewmon sat in the mid lane, and all that happened immediately was an easy kill for G2. I couldn't think of a quick rhyme there, Betty. Skewmon sat in the mid lane. Shifters took them.
Shifters experience a ton of pain.
Nice, good one, Betty. That's why you're the poet. I'm not. That's why you write the rap battles.
You can stop now. You can stop digging the shovel. It's all good. I'll take over from here.
Digging the shovel? That's a mistake.
Another inhibitor is going to fly. I think G2's looking to end the game right now. They have the numbers advantage. 3 inhibitors down. They just need a couple more waves with the Baron. They should be looking to close this one out.
Yeah, it should be pretty easy from here. Hans Summer just stepping up with those Sheen procs from the Triforce. Shifter's going to try and defend, but they don't have a huge amount of engage when that jungler is dead. It's all kind of on the right as Rooster goes in, does dive onto Lebrov. A minion eats the shuriken, and Lebrov will survive through it. Meanwhile, towards the top side, Caps has a sound. Lebrov takes a kill. The Nexus towers fall, and Shifters once again experience a mid-game collapse It is synonymous with them these days. The Shifters trying to defend. Skewmon has a GA. Broken Blade has enough health to take down the...